Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Christy and you should totally subscribe. So today I'm going to do my makeup with you guys while I basically talk about secondary school experiences that I literally will never forget. So with me, I have this beautiful book. I had a journal. I still have a journal till now, but like I stopped for a while. Like when I was in foundation, I wasn't journaling. I just started again in uni. But in secondary school, specifically SS2 and SS3, I used to write, man. I used to write, like, and then I used to keep like, so the birthday card, Valentine's card, letters from friends. Like I used to keep everything inside this book. So I just have this book to provide some more insights on like my feelings when whatever story I tell was happening, about like what was basically going through my mind when I was going through things in secondary school. So I decided to start from my seniors, like to start from things they did to me in secondary school, because I don't know, bro, it just seemed like a good way. Why is he doing this today? It just seemed like a good place to start. So I'll give some background before I say this story. So if you know me personally, yeah, you will know that I'm someone that likes to laugh. But like in secondary school, I used to laugh so much with my friend Favor. And if you don't know who Favor is, she has appeared on this channel more times than I can count. Favor and I used to laugh a lot. Like I don't know why, I can't remember why, but even if we were to meet now, we would still do the same thing. We just laugh a lot. It's just part of who we are. And sometimes my seniors used to think that we're laughing at them. I won't lie, like 20% or 30% of the time we're actually laughing at them, but the rest of the times we're laughing at ourselves or something our cellmates did or a joke we made. Like just wasn't malicious laughing. Anyway, long story short, the girls ended up disliking us. The thing was that in secondary school, I wasn't even necessarily searching for a boy. Favor, I used to talk to some boys in SS3, and it wasn't even many. I think literally like 3 boys or like 4 boys. And apparently that was a big deal. I think every boarding school goes through this. SS3 girls not liking their self boys chasing junior girls. Maybe I was not involved in this drama, so I don't know why they put me inside. On Valentine's Day, 14th February, I had a French class last period. It was time for last period, and after last period is lunch. I told Favor to just follow me to the toilet. Let me just pee, because the toilet is upstairs for our block. That's like where we have lessons. Our toilet is upstairs, and upstairs is where SS3 is stay. I told Favor to please follow me upstairs. Favor agreed. Obviously, she was always ready to walk, and she didn't offer French, so it's not like she had anything she was doing. We went upstairs, you guys. 2 of my setmates also went upstairs at the same time to use the toilet, and then every other person that was inside the toilet left, and it was just us, because at this point we weren't thinking much about it. We just came to do what we came to do and leave. So we're just doing our thing, and then we start hearing noise outside the door. Like, so now it's 4 of us that were in the toilet. We start hearing noise outside the door, and we're like, what's all this noise all about? What's going on out there? And we're like, you guys, I think they're about to lock us in. Like, I don't know who said that sentence, but we figured, but we didn't like try to rush and like run out or something. But we were just speculating, and then we now heard the padlock and heard the click. Did you just lock me in the toilet or at last period? What was in our minds wasn't even that they locked us. It was that it was last period, and like I said, after last period is lunch. Lunch that day is fried rice, and fried rice was one of the few meals we loved. So tell me now that you locked me when it's time for fried rice. Just tell me. So one of us was like getting scared, like, you guys, like, I'm scared, blah blah. But like, will you relax? Will you relax and stop that nonsense? Because the last thing I would do is beg those girls that at that time in life, the last thing I would do was to beg or be hitting the door. Like, we didn't hit the door even once. We didn't shout. We didn't do anything. We just had to calm the one person that was overreacting down, and then we're just laughing about the whole situation, and we're planning how, because like I said, it's upstairs, we're planning how we'll jump down when it's time for lunch, because I was not going to use my lunch because of the nonsense those girls were doing. The reason for locking us, apparently those other two girls were with also talked to their set boys a lot, so this was like punishment in quotes. When the boys found out that the girls locked 4 of us inside, they came and broke, like they kept on hitting the door. And I know they tried breaking the padlock, and was shouting one particular girl's name, like, "Are you in there?" And she was like, "Yes, she's in there." But like the door didn't like open, and we're there for like, I don't even know how long we're there, but we're there for a while. And then one of the girls in SS3 said she really needed to pee, and she was tired of holding it, that they should open the door, please, that she really needs to pee, she's not holding it again, and da. So they opened the door for her to come inside, and then we now came out. And then when we now came out, they started calling us toilet girls, like all in fact the whole of set 020 were on that corridor. The girls were there, the boys were there, but the boys were not as interested as the girls. The boys just wanted them to let us go. And at that point, like, the whole set was standing there. Then the ones that locked us in were calling us toilet girls. We were just smiling and nodding. Let me go and eat my food. You think it's calling me toilet girls that will affect me? Like, is it that you don't know me? Like, are you okay? Because maybe they felt like they did something, but I can promise them they didn't. That was my first encounter with those 020 girls. Second encounter, it was still Favor and I. Just nowhere, literally always together. So we were thirsty and we wanted to drink water, so we went to the place we get water from, but we didn't have a bottle. A junior girl was there with an SS3 girl's bottle to fetch water for the SS3 girl. So we took the bottle from her, and she told us it was an SS3 girl, but clearly we didn't care, so we still fetched water and drank with the bottle. And an 020 girl now came and saw us, and she didn't say anything. She now went to her prep class, that's where we read, and told the other 020 girls that we used an SS3 girl's bottle to drink water. So this was election period, because Favor and I both ran for posts in secondary school. So this was election period for my set election. And so they called us, and there was this thing 020 girls were doing where they'll call you and ask you questions like why you want to run for the post and blah blah blah, claiming they would vote for you if you answer properly. So Asura and I were strolling outside because we were serious students, not used to read, not used to read during prep. I shouted my name first, and I didn't want to answer anybody because I thought they were even calling me to ask me questions, but at the same time I just didn't want to answer them. Please, it's not that night I wanted to do it, so I didn't answer them. I didn't even turn. They now called Favor's name. I was like, please don't turn. But Favor now turned and answered them. And they were like, 2 of you should come here. We now went, let's say it was time of being humble. We went. When we entered the class, oh my days, there were like 10 bottles of water on the table, waiting for, like, it was at the front of the class, just there. First thing we did was to laugh, because what type of situation was that? Like, what situation are you putting me into now? Then they said that we had to drink the water, like finish all the bottles. And at first we were actually thirsty, so we finished our first one. Favor that one drinks a lot of water, she finished her first one, finished her second one. Me, I drink water slowly, so before I even finished my first bottle, oh my god, they were like, are you still here? Blah, blah, blah. Drink the other bottles, drink the other bottles. And I was drinking and drinking. They told us to drink, and then at some point I got full. Like, I've never felt that full in my entire life. Like, I've never felt that filled with water. So I stopped drinking, and they were saying you have to die, I should continue. And I told them I cannot continue. So I don't know what you want me to do. Do you want me to vomit? Like, what is it? I told them I can't continue. And I said no, that I can drink water, right? That I have to. I said, okay, now we die here. Like, these were my thoughts. We die here. Because if I try to leave, the chances were all of them would gather and beat me. So I was trying to avoid that. But at the same time, they were not going to force me to drink more water than my body can take. Please. The teacher that was on duty, because for prep there are teachers on duty that just monitor us, finally came. I don't know what took him so long, but he finally came. I was like, what's going on here? That we should go to our class and things like that. Then Favor and I I don't even know what we did, but apparently we did something rude. I don't know if we laughed, I don't know if we hissed, I don't know if, I can't remember, man, but apparently he still did something rude when leaving. They called us back. That prep teacher, I can tell that he was one of those, he was a bully back in his time, because at this point he was supporting them. The prep teacher came and called us back and said, I heard that, I can't remember what the accusation was, but he said we should apologize.
Bombastic side eye.
Never in my life have I seen a situation where it's the victim that is apologizing. Like, excuse you, he said we should apologize, and then at this point I was just fed up, so I actually apologized. And Favor was like finding it hard to apologize. She started laughing. But then we finally apologized, and because the man was like, if you don't apologize properly, I'll take you to the principal. Now threatening us on top of our own apology. Now let's talk about boys. Let's move to boys, shall we? So there's this boy. I knew him since I was a child, because we were family friends. And I liked him for quite a long amount of time that I won't even state the amount of time because it's embarrassing to remember. But I liked him for a while. I liked him for time, man. So during holidays in SS2, this was the beginning of SS2, I had a dream like that we were together and he was my boyfriend and things like that. And I told him about the dream. I said, and it would be nice if it was reality. And the boy sent this song to me. Let me just play the song for everybody. Please, let's all pay attention to the lyrics of this song. The lyrics matter in future.
I met you in the dark, you lit me up. I'm so in love with you, and I hope you know I wanna live with you.
Even when we go, I'm gonna love you too. My lungs too vibe. So this was the song the boy sent, and I remember being so happy when I heard this song. Like, I think I cried with joy. I sent this song to all my friends. I told all my friends, like, this, I said I liked him for time. So hearing this, like him sending this song as his reply, and the lyrics of the song hit so deep at that time. Yeah, I was very happy basically. Then he asked me, oh, and sorry, disclaimer. I told the boy and I are friends now. I told him I was going to add this video just so that he would know, so that not just be watching the video and hear his story. Moving on. What was I saying? I can't remember anymore. Okay, yeah. So he asked me out over the phone, like text. And I was like, I didn't say yes, I didn't say no. I just said ask me properly in school, because I'm not one, as much as I even hate face-to-face things, like I'm not one to want someone to ask me out over the phone. Like, oh yes, that he already has that planned, that he just wanted to know, to be sure that we're on the same page. Now this is why I technically gave an answer, because I said yeah, we're on the same page. This was on a Friday, school starts on Sunday. We went back to school. For the first week he was avoiding me, and I obviously noticed. And I was just wondering, why is boy avoiding me? Like, what happened now? And then I told my cousin, because I had a cousin that was in the school, a boy too, and I obviously wasn't going to send a girl to ask him. So I told my cousin to ask him when he's going to ask me out. And my cousin, gosh, you know that situation where you're meant to go and extract gist from someone, then relate to the other party without making it obvious that the other party sent you. That's what he was meant to do. But he now went and really called my name and said that I told him to ask the boy when he's going to ask me out. Then my cousin now came and told me he wants to talk to you. This was on a Sunday, specifically 19th January 2020. I just memorized that date from the day it happened. So I went to answer him, and it was just him alone in his class. And in my head, I was just repeating, don't tell me you don't like me, don't tell me you don't like me, because the tension just felt too much. Like, it was obvious he was coming to say nonsense that would cause problem between the two of us. And then he now told me that he cannot ask me out. And I think this was the only word I said throughout the conversation. I said, why? He said because he likes someone else. I heard that he used to like his best friend in the past, but didn't think he still liked her. And he said he liked her. his best friend, and he didn't want to be in a love triangle. I was like, oh wow, you did not know this when you were sending a flipping song to me. I didn't go for dinner that day. It was beans, and I don't eat beans on a normal, so it just made things easier for me. I went to my prep class and cried my eyes out. When I went to my room, I told my roommates about it, and all of them were shocked, and they're like, no, how can you do that to you, that they're going to confront him the next day. And at that point, I thought all this thing was talk. But the next day, they actually went to confront him early in the morning, right after breakfast. Then he told Favor to bring me to a class that wasn't his class so that he can talk to me. And Favor brought me, but I didn't know that was her intention when she took me out of my own class. But yeah, I just decided to give him the time of day. And he now told me that he lied the previous day, that he didn't actually like, he doesn't actually like his best friend, that things that he's not ready to be in a relationship, and that now why I told you guys to memorize the lyrics of that song, that song was a friendship song. That song, I Want to Be With You Even When We Are Ghosts, was a friendship song. So okay, wow. I seem to be dumb. Like, they seem to have written clown on my forehead at that point, but it was fine. It was fine. I just told him, man, I don't think I can just forget about it overnight, so I would just need my space and things like that. And then I left. I named that my first heartbreak because in reality of things, it was actually a heartbreak for young me. But now I don't see it as a heartbreak, but at that time it felt like a heartbreak. So as I call it, a heartbreak. Now let me talk about the time that I literally thought I was going to die. Not like die per se, but God, I was going through it. Let me just read one of my journal entries from that time. And this was the SS3, so I remember the feeling as clear as day. So on 24th June at 10:30 p.m, because I had to write the time too, and I read, I've never felt worse in my entire life. Everything sucks. Why does life have to be so hard? I just want to leave this school because I'm at a point where I can't take it anymore. I've never been so fear-stricken in my life. My anxiety is over the roof at this point in my life. My palpitations are at a different level. So palpitations basically an increase in heartbeat. My palpitations are at a different level. My body shivers. I find it difficult to breathe and sleep. I just want this phase to be over. Rather than I'm struggling and drowning and it feels like I'm not being helped, I don't want to doubt your existence. I'm talking about God. I don't doubt your existence, but sometimes it's really hard. Why did you create me? This was where questions began. Why did you create me? To bring sadness to my family, to hurt my friends, to destroy the image of my parents, to make mistakes all the time, to have more flaws than others, to be extremely weak, to be a scared little girl, to be controlled, to doubt, to be rude, to be arrogant, to be useless. To be useless was highlighted. There was a period I was searching for my worth in secondary school. I'll get there. I've never wanted to feel so bad about myself, but it's really hard. I just wish that I was never created because I can never seem to get things right. Why does the devil always win? Things just get really foggy at times and I can't seem to cope. I just really want to know why I was created because so far, I just seem to be the biggest mistake in the entire universe. Gosh, my chest is paining me reading that because I know that was me at a point in life. He say, why does the devil always win? That's a sentence that right now I can never. Because do you know who always wins? Me. Do you know who always wins? Christ. The devil can never ever win. So now let me tell you what happened. What the roots. This story is the roots. Then there are different branches. I had this friend that was betrayed by her friend. And that friend that betrayed her is not my own friend, so I didn't really care about the story. Like I didn't really care about the other friend. And in like secondary school, if you're not my friend, I'm so sorry, because it's so sad thinking about. Because right now, I base my life off of love for other people, both strangers and friends. So seeing how much I didn't care about people actually hurts, because I only cared about my friends, like I said. So yeah, I didn't care about the friend that did the betraying now, but my friend was very annoyed by her betrayal. My friend rather destroyed the girl's things in anger, and I was there. Yeah, I was hyping. I didn't care. Like, it was funny for me. Of all emotions, for it was funny. And my friend also burned some of the girls' things. It was the period of jam, so she burned the girls' jam books and things like that. And once again, I was hyping and I did not care because I did not know the problem was going to escalate. And then The problem basically escalated. The girl did not add the part where she betrayed. She just did as if she was innocent in the whole thing. But it's fine, it's fine. She reported to our compound mistress. But my compound mistress loved my sister, so she loved me too. And she just could not put me in trouble. So basically, she believed me when I said I didn't do anything. Like, I admitted, I think, did I? I don't know if I even admitted it or not, but I was present, but like I was still innocent. So my compound mistress happily removed my name from the story, but then they took the case to White House. So White House is basically where the principal, chairman, VP officials are. And yeah, investigation, because my friend's diary was missing. This was the diary this story is less complicated to tell. So her friend that did the betraying stole her diary and secretly returned it, but the diary was still missing. Now this was the issue. Now where's the book? I was so scared because I didn't want them to call me to White House. Like, literally different teachers have come to ask me, I'm hearing your name in this, what happened, da da da. I was so scared. The punishment for the whole matter was expulsion, and they expelled me. I won't even be here right now. I'll probably be in one village school seeing if I can do my university. Like, secondary school likes to come with so much wahala. So other things were now just stressing me out at that time. My life was falling apart, man. Like, I couldn't even sleep during this period. Like, it was so bad. Well, I don't even know what happened, but they expelled my friend. But I won't call it serious expulsion because I hate when my nose is that shiny. I won't call it serious expulsion because she used to come to school for her exams, and on graduation day they still gave her awards, they gave her money. So I don't know what type of expulsion that one was, but last in university, everybody's happy. That was the period I cried the most in my entire life. Like, I used to cry like it was my job. Then the one teacher I had issues with was the teacher that used to teach my sister. They used to have like private classes, so my parents said let him also have private lessons with me. And at first it started well. I even used to bring people, like come with people who all learn, things like that. But then he started comparing me to my sister, saying she was more serious than me and different sorts of things. And in secondary school, I didn't really know I didn't know I was smart until I wrote my IGCSE. Like, that sounds bad, but like, when I didn't think I was dumb, but I also didn't think I was smart enough to be part of like the top 10 or like top people. So at this point I did not really have much confidence in myself, and he was always comparing me with my sister, and it just created this issue for all of us. I stopped having respect for him basically, and then I stopped coming for classes. That's my mom know that I had to change teacher. It wasn't going to work. After I changed teacher and everything, one beautiful day, I was enjoying my life. Then there was this particular teacher I was very close to. I was always in the office. That particular teacher, he came to me because I made sure that he knew my mom, and I made sure that my mom knew him. So he came to me and told me that my mom just texted that the teacher that I stopped having lessons with said this, and I can't remember the accusations, but basically things that never happened. I said, no, during break, Favor and I went to his class, and I was just like, why are you lying? Like, why are you lying to my mother? I never call my mom to say things that never happened again. Like, talking to, I never thought I could talk to a teacher like that, but I was so angry. Like, I just had to let it out, or else it will now be me that will not be at peace if I don't let him. Then before he could even say Jack Robinson, I just left the class. Like, I walked out feeling like a badass that day, man. Anyway, so what I was saying about me constantly searching for my worth in secondary school, because like I said, if I read my IGCSE, I didn't know I was capable of a lot. So I used to constantly question God and constantly question why things were the way they were. So there was a point I was low-key suicidal. Like, I literally have a picture, a drawing of me that cannot draw. I have a drawing of a coffin inside that book. Let me tell you guys about the one time I fought with someone. So there was this morning, when I'm with people for some reason, I don't know what it is, but like, I wake up grumpy. I'm not going to lie. And there was this girl. Now her and her friends, they used to do this stuff where, because my bathroom was in stalls, they were like stalls. So there's this thing where they would say a particular bathroom belongs to them. I'm like, how? But I didn't really care because I didn't use the bathroom that much. So that particular day, she woke up early because normally she doesn't wake up early. I know this because she's my roommate. But I was already in the bathroom before her. Look at this. I was already in the bathroom before her and she told me to come out, that she wants to go inside and take a bath. I was like, is that I'm not a human being too? Like, what is it that you're telling me to come out? I don't get. So, I said I'm already here, so I can't come out. She said no, that she's not in the mood this morning, that she come out. I said, me too, I'm not in the mood this morning, I'm not coming out. You know, two people can comfortably like take a bath there, but this particular time, well, there was no comfort. So she came with her buckets, because we use buckets. She came with her buckets, and then she stood behind me inside that store, and I had already put soap on my body, and then she poured water on herself, that now poured on me, that was still scrubbing my body. And then I told her, stop pouring water on me. I said, didn't I tell you to leave? Things like that. Naturally, I'm one to keep nails here. In fact, right now, I consider my nails short. So the first thing I did was to scratch her because they're long. I might as well use them. So I scratched her multiple times. She tried scratching me back, but you know those people that their nails are like very short. I continued showering, like while scrubbing our bodies, we're pushing each other. People were just standing and watching. But like, besides her friends, everyone was basically on my side because literally, like, think about it. How would you tell me? Same school fees. You not tell me to come out. Chelsea, come on now. There was this point she like turned back to like get water from her bucket, and on her back, I just had to. It was looking very beautiful for hitting. I had to hit the back. That's why I should not touch her. That I'm her setmate. That I should not beat her. Blah blah. I said, oh, pity if you refuse to leave this place. What do you mean? And what do you mean? You're telling me the same way you know that you're my setmate, I'm your setmate too. So you cannot be telling me to now leave. You use what you're saying to make sense of the situation now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I can't even see my face clearly. It's my eye problem. Yo, I'm gonna look at the mirror first. I'm coming. Gosh, I'm so cute. No. No one can deny. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do my makeup while just talking about past experiences that I faced in secondary school. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and share so that more people can come and watch this video, and I'll catch you guys whenever with another video, hopefully. Peace out.